Imagine losing everything: your home, your family, your security, then choosing to follow a path with no guarantees of success. That's exactly what happened to Ruth, a woman who faced tragedy, hardship, and uncertainty, but ultimately found love, redemption, and a future she never expected. The story of Ruth and Boaz isn't just a beautiful love story. It's a story of faith, loyalty, and how God works behind the scenes to bring blessings out of brokenness. So what can we learn from Ruth's journey? And how does it connect to our own lives today? Well, stick around, because this story is packed with life-changing lessons you don't want to miss. Our story begins in the land of Moab, where a woman named Naomi is grieving. She had once lived in Bethlehem, but when a famine hit, she and her husband Elimelech moved to Moab with her 2 sons, hoping for a better life. But things didn't go as planned. Elimelech died, leaving Naomi a widow. Her 2 sons married Moabite women, Ruth and Orpah. Then, both sons died, leaving Naomi completely alone with her 2 daughters-in-law. Naomi had lost everything: her husband, her children, and her future. In her pain, she decided to go back to Bethlehem, believing that God had abandoned her. But here's where something incredible happens. Naomi told Ruth and Orpah to stay in Moab and start fresh. Orpah reluctantly agreed, but Ruth refused to leave. She made one of the most famous declarations in the Bible: "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." Ruth 1:16. Ruth wasn't just committing to Naomi. She was choosing faith in the God of Israel, even though she didn't know what the future held. This teaches us something powerful. Loyalty isn't based on convenience. It's based on commitment. In relationships, love isn't just about feelings. It's about staying faithful through the ups and downs. In faith, trusting God means following Him even when we don't see the whole picture. When Ruth and Naomi arrived in Bethlehem, things weren't easy. They had no money, they had no land, they had no male protector, which was crucial in that society. But Ruth didn't sit around waiting for things to improve. She immediately took action. She went to glean the fields, gathering leftover grain to provide for herself and Naomi. This was back-breaking work, reserved for the poorest of the poor. But Ruth wasn't ashamed to work hard and trust God for provision. Here's where the story gets interesting. Ruth happened to end up in the field of Boaz, a wealthy and respected landowner. But this wasn't a coincidence. God was setting up something bigger. Boaz noticed Ruth and asked her about her. When he had heard how she had sacrificed everything to care for Naomi, he was deeply moved. He showed her kindness, protection, and generosity, making sure she had enough food and that she was safe while working in his fields. Ruth wasn't doing anything glamorous. She was just faithfully working, trusting, and doing the next right thing. And that's when God opened doors for her. Naomi, seeing an opportunity, instructed Ruth to go to Boaz's threshing floor at night and lay at his feet, a symbolic act of requesting protection in marriage. This wasn't about seduction. It was a cultural way of asking Boaz to be her kinsman redeemer, a close relative who could marry her and restore her family's inheritance. This was a huge risk. Boaz could have rejected her. He could have embarrassed her, but once again, Ruth stepped out in faith. Boaz didn't just accept Ruth. He protected her reputation by handling things privately. He legally arranged to marry her and restore Naomi's family name. He paid the price to redeem her fully. This is where the story became a picture of Jesus. Just like Boaz redeemed Ruth, Jesus redeems us. He protects us. He pays the price for our salvation. Boaz didn't have to do this, but he chose to out of love. If Ruth had stayed in Moab, she would have never experienced this blessing. But because she trusted God, even in her pain, she stepped into a greater story than she could have ever imagined. And here's the most amazing part. Ruth and Boaz had a son named Obed, who became the grandfather of King David, which means Ruth became part of the family line of Jesus. From a widowed outsider to an ancestor of the Savior of the world, only God can write stories like this. The story of Ruth and Boaz isn't just about a woman who found love. It's a powerful message about God's plan, faithfulness, and redemption. Let's take a closer look at the key lessons we can apply to our lives today. Faithfulness in small things leads to bigger blessings. At first, Ruth's life looked ordinary, even tragic. She wasn't a queen or a warrior, she was a widow struggling to survive. But instead of giving up, she stayed faithful in the small things. She stuck by Naomi's side when she could have left. She worked hard in the fields, even when it wasn't glamorous. She trusted God, even when she didn't know what would happen next. Ruth's small daily acts of faithfulness led her straight into God's bigger plan. Sometimes we expect God to move in big dramatic ways, but He often works through our daily choices. Are you staying faithful, even in the little things? Are you showing up, doing the work, and trusting that God is leading you somewhere greater? God blesses faithfulness, even when no one's watching. Number 2, your past doesn't define your future. Ruth was a Moabite, which meant she came from a nation that worshipped false gods and had a history of opposing Israel. By all accounts, she wasn't supposed to be part of God's people. But here's what's amazing. God didn't see her past. He saw her heart. She chose faith in the God of Israel. She chose obedience even when she didn't understand the full picture. Because of that, she became part of Jesus' family line. If God can take an outsider, a widow, and a foreigner and use her to bring the Savior into the world, what does that mean for you? You're not disqualified by your past. God's grace is bigger than your mistakes, your background, or where you come from. If you trust Him, He can rewrite your story in ways you never imagined. Number 3, the right relationships are built on character, not just feelings. Ruth and Boaz's love story wasn't based on quick attraction or surface-level romance. It was built on character, integrity, and faith. Boaz was a man of honor. He treated Ruth with respect, kindness, and generosity before they were ever romantically involved. Ruth was a woman of virtue. She showed hard work and loyalty and faith, which made her stand out. Their love story wasn't rushed. It was rooted in trust and God's timing. In today's world, relationships often focus on chemistry and feelings, but the story of Ruth and Boaz reminds us that the right person will recognize your worth. A strong relationship is built on respect, trust, and shared faith. God's timing is better than rushing into something that isn't meant for you. If you're waiting for the right relationship, focus on becoming the right person. Someone who is faithful, kind, and full of integrity. Number 4, redemption is at the heart of God's plan. One of the biggest themes in the story is redemption. Ruth went from a hopeless widow to a woman with a secure future. Naomi went from bitter and broken to restored and joyful. Boaz stepped in as a redeemer, paying the price to bring Ruth into his family. And that's exactly what Jesus does for us. He sees our brokenness and steps in to restore us. He doesn't reject us because of our past. He welcomes us into His family. He pays the price for us, giving us a future filled with hope. Boaz is often seen as a symbol of Christ, someone who redeems, protects, and provides for those who trust in Him. Maybe you feel lost, forgotten, or broken like Ruth did. But just like Boaz redeemed Ruth, Jesus is ready to redeem your life. You don't have to earn His love. He gives it freely. You don't have to fix yourself first. He meets you where you are. Your future is in God's hands, and He's working behind the scenes for your good. All He asks is that you trust Him, follow Him, and receive the redemption He offers. Number 5, God works behind the scenes even when we don't see it. When Ruth lost her husband, she had no idea that God was leading her toward a new beginning. When she chose to stay with Naomi, she had no idea that decision would lead her to her greatest blessing. When she was picking up leftover grain, she had no idea that she was working in the field of the man she would marry. When she stepped out in faith, she had no idea that she would become part of Jesus' family line. But God knew all along. The same's true for us. We don't always see the biggest picture. We don't always understand why things happen. We don't always feel like God is working. But just like He was guiding Ruth's steps, He's guiding yours. If you're in a season of waiting, loss, or uncertainty, remember this: God's working behind the scenes. Your story isn't over. What looks like a setback might actually be setting you up for something greater. God's timing is always perfect, and He never wastes our pain. What does this mean for you? Wherever you are today, God's writing your story. And just like Ruth, if you trust Him, He will lead you into something greater than you could ever imagine. If this story encouraged you, let me know in the comments which lesson spoke to you the most. And if you love Bible stories with deep meaning, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content that will help you grow in faith. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.